After the devastating loss of Nomi no Sukune against the great Yujiro Hanma, what is the next battle that the mighty Rikishi will face? Let's see what will happen next. Welcome to my channel. One click for subscribe, like, and notification bell for more videos to come. The world is a big place. Big enough to house a demon like that. That kind of monster. Heh. And to think they were saying the same things about me. These guys don't do you much good today. Oh, I see. You can't let them be how it is. Lot of broken ribs under there. Nothing I call an injury. Oh, come on. It's obvious you're pretty hurt. Look, I completely acknowledge your strength, Yokozuna, even though I don't know enough, Shiko. You're really this upset I said that? There's that Yokozuna toughness. Broken bones don't even register to you. Oh. It seems like everyone decided today was a good day to suck me in the face. Jeez. Huh? What? Old man, what did he tell you? He told me. And he was very clear with his words. Gonna fuck you up, old man. No, no way. He doesn't swing that way. He's using metaphors. Come on, you know, he likes to scare people like that. He probably meant, I'm not letting you get away with this, that's all. He didn't mean it in another way. Koreha told me. Something very funny about him. Since I am in the profession of exploring the human body, it is natural that the sample that I want to study the most is Yujiro Hanma. I love to hear it. A real doctor's opinion of his body. Let's say that, from a far away in space, we are suddenly attacked by an invasion of bloodthirsty aliens, and they declare on arrival, bring us your strongest one and hell fighters. You know what I would do? I'll say, send Yujiro without even thinking about it. I don't know what good that will do. This is just a theory of mine, but I think the ogre, Hanma Yujiro's view of humanity is every little creature, young and old, male and female, are wimps. That's my deduction, and I am very convinced. I'm no doctor, so I have no say. I'm just a lover of young heroes fighting and claiming victory after a battle. The constitution of his body is what makes Yujiro Hanma the powerful ogre that gives everyone nightmares across the planet. Also, this is another of my theories. with the amount of male hormones that this man possesses, hormones, and not falling prey to its many nefarious side effects, he might well be someone out of this world. That's what I thought too. So you also believe in a crazy hypothesis that Mr. Korea made up his research? That's right, my boy. What I mean, why do you look so happy when you say that? You are weirding me out. So what? If you say anything else, I'm gonna fuck you, brat. Taiwan Taoyuan International Airport. Is huge. Could you please step this way, sir? This will only take a moment. Hmm. Metal false teeth. That will be all. Jack, how you gotten so big? Maybe it's the Hanma blood. As big as you still are, seated, you don't look nearly as towering as you were on your feet. The bone leathening surgery was only on my arms and legs. My torso has remained the same size. Tell me, how tall are you now? 2 meters 43. And even stronger for it. Before, you were beaten by your younger brother Baki and handed defeat by Motoba's ancient Bujutsu. What do you make of those losses today? That's all so far in the past to me. Still, it's true. Those things did happen. You also made sizable progress here, I think. I've let all that go, Jack. You know, your face has changed. It has. I made major improvements to the power of my masseter. Masseter? To the strength of my bites. Ha, you mean you've been biting so much as to change the contours of your face? That is exactly what I've done. Are those silver teeth? Titanium, actually. It's thanks to Motobushi. He shattered every tooth in my mouth, so I had them replaced with titanium. You really have a thing for biting, don't you? Biting has become my martial pursuit. You made a pursuit of biting. I devoted myself to it. I traveled all over the world and finally completed my technique in Taiwan. You mean to say you mastered the art of biting? I called it Goudou, the way of biting. Ho ho ho, that's beautiful. And right now, I'm thinking of taking a bite out of Sumo. The way of biting Goudou. A grown man has perfected the art of biting. No, it's still a long way from perfections. Biting is thought as of a chief-driven attack, a tool of escape for women and children. Why would you refine such a lowly technique? Tokugawashi, what you just said, that's exactly it. Yasud is a tool for escape for women and children. That's what's important here. Even the weak can use it as refuge. That's what biting is. Could you perhaps explain that in simpler matters? For instance, imagine a fully trained fighter and a great scholar. If the fighter let the kid hit him as much as he could for a full 5 minutes, it would be hurt, but he could take it. But what if it was biting instead? If the kid got to bite him for 5 minutes, he wouldn't be able to endure that. And if the kid went for the cartwheel, there's a chance he could die. The same goes for women, their mouths have that same power. Do you understand now, Tokugawa-san? Biting is mankind's ultimate weapon. Oh yes, I understand. So Jack, how about you show me this Goudou of yours then? Right now? Oh, can you not? May I have a glass of water? What? Not even a lion could do this. Say Kano, get Noro. Noro, shall we go to the dojo? What am I here for? Twisting a 500 yen coin twice over into itself in your mouth is quite a terrific feat, I admit, but that's not enough for me to truly understand what your Goudou is. So you called for Noro? Noro is not a bear nor a lion, but my guard dog. A Tibetan Mastiff, just as your eyes tell you, is no ordinary dog. These dogs are the only breed in the world said to be able to kill even tigers. As the creator of a taijutsu, which emphasizes biting, what do you make of him, Jack? I see clearly. Winding everywhere through his body, countless major and minor blood vessels. He'll bleed no matter where I hit him. Put simply, Goudou sees all animals and all humans as nothing more than dense clumps of vital points. Take off his leash. Huh? Do as he says. Tokugawa-san. His neck arteries and vertebrae are right in front of me. Should I give them a bite? No, I've seen enough. Oh, to see my mastiff stronger than a tiger. Look like a just rescued puppy. This Goudou is outstanding, Jack. Still, I haven't seen that your bite is more powerful than a bite of a gigantic dog. Let him be. Doesn't need any more torment. After all, he's only an amateur. This is so embarrassing. I live right by here. Haha. Want me to put you down? Everyone's watching us. I'll bet you look like a ventriloquist dummy. Hey Sukune, that's so mean. Let me down. No can too. I'm a strong man. We can put down those we're carrying. Is that a thing? No. Oh, come on. You're impossible, Sukune. You are Kano-san, right? I have an announcement for you. Let's hear it. I apologize for the short notice, but you will have a match tomorrow night. Oh, no worries. He could have sucker punched me for all I care. Until tomorrow night, then. What? Je... Jack. Huh? Ah, hey. Must have scared you. I must have fallen asleep. You were sleeping? Do you have any idea? Just what do you think you're doing? The first thing I see this morning is you hanging yourself here in my garden. I wasn't hanging myself. I was holding myself there with my jaw. Holding yourself up with your jaw, you say. Aren't you 200 kilograms? I couldn't get used to the footing, so I sleep up here. You sleep like that? That's some training, Jack. Nah, my real training's next. Let's see, there's 1, 2, 3, 400, or is it more? Oh, oh. Training up the muscle in his jaw to increase his biting force. Well, if you need me... Ah, he's drooling. I can't believe that you wanted the spine. My apologies. That's not food, that's trash. Here I go. The bones taste good. The marrow does. The marrow. A lion's teeth can't get to it. Their jaws are too weak. Only hyenas can do that. The hyena's biting force stands apart from all the rest. As fierce as they are, lions are still amateurs. You went through that coconut as if it were an apple. I see, you're still using drugs. All part of my meal. Those pills are like food to you? And I suppose that's food too. Tokugawa-san, is what you want an athlete in perfect health? Because that will never be me. You aren't going to stop using downing those that can get me stronger, injecting that can get me stronger. Anyone who knows what and isn't using this is half-assing it. Half-assing, they're not serious enough about this thing. It's fundamental negligence. Taking nothing is negligence and pathetic. Even if it costs you your health, even if you end up on death's door. If it can make you stronger, that's what you do. Debating if that's unfair or not, if it's illegitimate or gutless, only matter to those who treat like a sport. What was that? It was Sukune. Shiko. So Jack, how he looks like to you? He looks real special to me. In fact, I don't think he could look any better. Jack? Oh. Wow. You're bigger than the Yokozuna. So are you. Of course. Now I've been informed you're looking for a fight with Sumo. That alright? I'm ready anytime you are. Hold on, wait, Jackson. This isn't like baseball or soccer. We are fighters. If we attack, it's on. No, you can't. If it's just about beating you, yeah. But I want an audience. Oh, you want people to see you win? My. I have to say, I'm a little disappointed. I had heard you were a doper, a man with no qualms about using, and that you were a nasty, callous fighter. No, stop. But to hear that you don't want to fight without cheering you behind, for someone with such a big body. You have a pathetically tiny mind. Incredible. Your pink is the size of an ordinary person's big toe. You must have a hell of a grip, built the way you are. The texture of your bone is something else, like biting into unyielding materials. You damn fool! What are you doing? Rikishi's little finger is his life. Why would you do that? Don't know or care if it is life, is all, whatever. That's not my problem. You put a hand to me, I'll bat it. That's the instinct in Goudou. Don't wanna get beat? Best you stay away. Whatever the case, you can't have your match here, Jack. Your underground fighting arena at the Korakuen. You know, if the two fighters are the ones who decide who wins the fight over down there. I say, we ought to be the ones to decide to fight there in the first place. Huh? Nomi no Sukune. What do you think? With the two men fighting tonight staying under the same roof, it really is only natural that accidents can happen. And anyway, I don't mind fighting with a little handicap like this. Okay, well, Kuroku, it's decided. The match we're about to witness is a truly unusual one. The Super Rikishi Nomi no Sukune versus the biting cyber jackhammer. Look at their calm expressions. Both men enter this matchup perfectly composed. This is a battle between two colossal monsters, both unthinkably massive. It's huge, massive. That can't be the same Jack. Sukune is 2 meters and is taller than him. How is he so much bigger than Sukune? Jack is over 2 meters tall, 43 centimeters over that is. His size itself is practically cheating. Then on top of his size, Jack's main weapon is his biting, a hideous vicious style. Did you see his look? Were those old server teeth? The story of Grand Sumo is a story of big men. Yet nowhere in that history is there any mention of a rikishi as big as you. So I have high expectations for you, Jack Hanma. Nomi no Sukune II. They say we haven't seen a phenom like you in 2000 years. So I feel like you make a world-class texture in my mouth. To your starting position, maybe, Mr. Jack. But I don't mean to let you find out. It's only biting, the last defense of women and children. But what a thing he's made of it. For Jack Hanma biting is a major technique all its own. He's so skilled with it. He needed only a split second to rob me of my little finger. Behind the biting, there's a gigantic technical arsenal. You're strong, Jack Hanma. You're incredibly strong. And that simply thrills me. It's begun. Jack's a fierce and bending opponent. We'll get to see his ancient Sumo. Yeah, but also, we'll get to see some of that Goudou. They're in close now. Are they in attack range? They're starting to... It was far too relaxed of a gesture to be called an attack. Even a threat seems inappropriate to describe the languid motion, and yet, instantaneously the rikishi reacted to it. What was that? Blood is bleeding. Did he bite him? Blood is gushing out of Sukune. What has Fighting's Holy Land just witnessed? As soon as they collided, blood practically exploded out of Sukune. I am mystified. What happened there? What did Cyborg Jack do to him? Is that Jack spat out something? Meat? That's a piece of meat. Oh, and it's a chunk of flesh. In the instant when they met, Jack beat him. He carved off a piece of his opponent's body with his teeth. And we never even saw his open his mouth. Oh, he's taking a stance, dropping his waist weight. He's so low. A wrestling stance? No, that's not right. This looks like a fighter stance and more like a wild beast poised for battle. Slightly agape, more reds and smish, apologetic. Jack is ready to take another bite. A big kick from Sukune. Indeed, ancient Sumo kick has. The old chronicles are unequivocal. The two men set foot upon one another. There's kicking in ancient Sumo. Huh? What? Sukune's heel is shredded. This man is a demon. He's Jack the Ripper. Goudou. What a fearsome style. A big kick from Sukune. He beat him. That's right. Ancient Sumo fought with the feet. The two men drove their feet into one another. There is kicking in ancient Sumo. Huh? What? What's this? Blood is pouring from Sukune's foot. This man is a demon. He's Jack the Ripper. Shh. What a terrifying thing this could do. Who could have imagined such a style exists? Oh, and Sukune's looks different now. Ancient Sumo has changed tack. Oh, he stands. Is that stance? In ancient times in the East, Kongo was the word for diamond, and therefore their mightiest rikishi, they dubbed the Kongo rikishi, is the stance from ancient Sumo. The stance of Kongo rikishi, the fighting form unquestionably the strongest. There's that stance, the same one Biscuit Oliva took in his match with Sukune. Sukune moves in. He got him. A clean shot to the jaw and the diamond fist comes out unscathed. He piles on, a furious. It did not hurt, but it's not over yet. At the same time, both men find a favored position. Both men find themselves in their favored position. It's capoeira jutsu. Jack's fangs are embedded in Sukune's diamond muscle, while Sukune's hands are pulling on Jack's ribs, his idea of wamuashi. They lock their arms on each other, and their jaws too. He pulls at Jack's ribs and launches off with an aborigine. But he stops. What? What has happened? Beat right through his trap. You're not throwing him after that. The prodigious muscles. When you lift weights, they are the first muscles in your body to engage. Thus, when Sukune began to throw Jack, his trapezius was of course the first muscle engaged. However, at that time, the trapezius was in Jack's mouth. Sukune shoves Jack away from him. Wow, that's what it was. He beat him. Jack has this people transferred. No way to throw a man without your traps. Can't let him bite you there. What a hideous sight we just witnessed here in the Kraken underground fighting arena. Jack is taking his stance lower. His heads drop further and further down. He has both hands on the ground at this point. This is how a wild beast fights. The man has devolved back into a quadruped. Jack, have you returned our evolved modern martial arts to primitive and simple combat? Jack lands a kick. Now, I think we have all forgotten. But from day one, Jack has always been a striker. There it is. He did it. Jack landed powerful attacks masterfully. Sukune goes down again. Good damn Jack. He sneaked past Sukune's defenses and took him down. Those strikes. He hasn't neglected his striking skills at all. Yeah, but even if you try to bite, if you don't plan to end a fight with how hard blows, you're done. Shibukawa, old friend. How do you think it will fare? What? The ancient Sumo style. At the end of the day, the first one that will take the loose is the one with the weakest pair of balls, isn't it? Haha, Master Motobe, is that what you think it will happen? This is the point where the true battle begins. That one landed full power, but Sukune ain't going down. Jack landed another perfect strike. This was a regular sumo. Just a takedown would end the match, but Sukune is taking powerful blows like nothing. I see it. Sukune can withstand any kind of attacks. The ancient sumo style is really amazing. This is not the first time I've been in this situation. No matter what I get struck with, I must hold strong like him, deep inside the Sumo mountains lives the secret elder. In fact, not a single day goes by when I don't have to confront him. His height is about 6 and 5 feet. His weight is about 551 pounds. Being wrestled and pulled every day at almost half a ton in all directions, this means up and down with a half ton, left and right with a half ton, diagonally left and right with a half a ton. And a full rotation with half a ton. Is someone so big and mighty that it's impossible to visualize if you never met him. He'll trample any images of strength that you've ever known. He's powerful, perfect, and most importantly, organic. That's right, I was ready for this. To deal with this monster, possessing deadly fangs and claws. I should have visualized half a ton since the start of this fight. I was indulging too much. And then, nobody could explain afterwards. the anomaly that ended this battle. Another one. The more damage I withstand on my body, his power is gradually decreasing. Just keep receiving his attacks. No need to avoid him. No need even think about blocking them. Slowly, his attacks are becoming weaker. They are softening fast. Even those terrible bites. I can sense it on his punching and kicking power. Biting will drain your power faster. It is, after all, the oldest combat move. But after all this time, we humans never bothered to evolve our biting skills. Could be just misfortune on our part, who knows? But now, after experiencing it for the first time head on in a battle, I understand why we humans never bother using it in combat throughout history. That was a nice bluff you pulled there, Jackhammer. If you are trying to surprise me with a final attack, now I really want to see it. I could even let you bite my heart if that's what it takes. But one thing I will not allow is for you to take the victory with an obsolete combat move. He's going in, he's rushing recklessly. There's a blood explosion flying everywhere. He threw this neck. Will Sukune survive this vicious attack? Is going for my artery good enough for you? Sukune leaps, trying to escape. Now, let me show you. The counter attack. Ninjak got hammered into the ground. He hammered him. You can call that a throw. Sledge him into the ground. I never seen a throw like that in my life. The match is... Oh. Now, at last, Sukune falls to a knee. Finally, the loss of blood has started to get to him. It's about the height of your head at the end. What? The man standing over the other when the fight's done is the winner. That's what my father take, Hanma VS. You're looking down at me and I'm looking up at you. But some fights just turn out this way. The match is over. Man, Jack is so strong. Hell, they both are. It's over. Sukune versus Jack. A battle of two behemoths, men almost out of legend. And in the end, the warriors have given up his tomorrow. The biting cyborg, Jackhammer, walks away with victory. Jack, you're the greatest. Your biting was pitiful. Goudou, man. Sukune. That throw you put with your grip on my pelvis. If you hit me with that at the start, that would been it. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.